Sugar, Sun, and Soil asks thoughts on crowns.
That's a good one. Hi, Rachel. Good question. Crowns are definitely a necessary part of the dental practice. When a tooth is so weakened that a filling will no longer suffice, the tooth really has to be able to support the filling in order for a filling to work. I had a case yesterday. We planned on doing a filling. We knew it was going to be a very big filling, so I started taking the old filling out, and of course there's some decay in there, so you got to get all that out. And then if what you're left with is eggshells of tooth structure and you place filling in that, the patient's going to be biting, chewing on food normally, and it's probably going to break. That's when I, as the dentist, take a picture of that, show it to the patient, and say, it's really time we have to put a crown over the tooth. I call crowns crash helmets so that patients can understand, okay, when you put on a crash helmet, it's really to protect your head, right? And it's necessary when a tooth gets into that, structurally, when it gets that weak, it's really the best thing to do. Crowns come in a lot of different kinds of materials. Back in the day when I was starting my dental career, we didn't have good ceramic restorations, but nowadays we have zirconia, and the entire dental profession has really embraced the use of zirconia in dentistry. Zirconia is thought of as fake diamond, so you think of like a zirconia diamond. It's really similar structure. I use a lot of zirconia. In fact, it's the only crown I use in my practice. I don't use any metal in my practice, and that includes titanium. Zirconia is so biocompatible, meaning so non-reactive and inert in the body that we can use it as an implant material too. So just to speak to the compatibility of it, if we can place it in bone, we can certainly put it on top of a tooth as a crown. So zirconia is very strong. It's beautiful. It works. We can reproduce dental aesthetics with it. So my thought on a crown is it has to be zirconia. And it's really up to a patient and a dentist to decide, is that the right procedure for a tooth? Because a crown is a big decision to make, because once you have a crown, you have to have a crown for the rest of your life on that tooth. It's not reversible. But back to what I said about using a crown is important, because you can build the anatomy, you can really restore the bite properly, as long as you have a good technician behind the dentist doing the work. A lot of dentists these days now have digital scanning devices that digitize the tooth preparation and send the data to a machine that mills the zirconia, and then the zirconia can be installed within a day, within the same day. I personally have had 2 of those machines. I don't like them. I don't like the anatomy. When I see patients come in with those crowns, they don't really look like teeth to me. I still do it old school. I have a human who is a master technician. She builds the best anatomy of crowns, and I get these gorgeous, tall, sharp, intricate crowns back from my laboratory that I'm proud of as a dentist. So dentists are different. Some dentists do a lot of crowns in their practice. It's just really standard procedure when people get big fillings, or when people grind their teeth and they start breaking their teeth, they go to crowns. So there's a lot of applications for crowns, but in my personal opinion, I don't do crowns. I don't recommend crowns unless they're absolutely necessary, and unless a patient has seen photography of their tooth or teeth and is fully on board that that's the right thing to do. So anyway, good question. Those are my thoughts on crowns.